A Duff Said is brought to you by Sheldon Street Pizza. Visit them online at sheldonstreetpizza.com or stop by Sheldon's during your next trip to Lake Orion. Sheldon Street Pizza, the official pizza of A Duff Said. And by Fourth Coast Cider Works. Quality craftsmanship, quality hard cider. You can check them out online at fourthcoastciderworks.com. Not available for anyone under the age of 21. Please drink responsibly.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? This is Ryan Slocum, and you are listening. There ain't nobody better. This is the best local sports podcast in the biz, and that's A Duff Said.
Thank you so much for hitting the play button on your favorite listening device of choice from wherever you listen to podcasts. My name is Duff Tyler, and that's A Duff Said. We are talking Lake Orion girls basketball this week. Junior Izzy Wotlinski was a part of the Dragons last season, but she didn't get on the court very much as she was recovering from a torn ACL for the second time in her high school basketball career. As you can imagine, Izzy has had to overcome a lot of adversity at such a young age, but she has grown into a leader and a leading scorer for the Dragons. They're definitely going to need that as they look to repeat as district champs. Now, the road to a possible repeat has not been an easy one. At the time that I interviewed Izzy, Lake Orion had just snapped a 6-game losing streak with a win on its home floor over Birmingham Groves. Izzy scored 16 points in that victory. My conversation with Izzy Wotlinski starts now. How does it feel to finally get one in the win column?
Feels really good. We were kind of in a slump there. We still had a lot of slow starts in a couple of games, but we came back from that one, so it feels good.
What would you say this team learned about itself during this recent losing streak?
I would say we just really need to learn how to play together on defense, and then that'll contribute to our offense. If we play really good defense together, then our offense will come together.
You guys still have a winning record, though. How would you evaluate how things have gone this season?
I would say it started off pretty well, and then we played a couple good teams, and we went down a little bit. But I think it really made us stronger as a team together, and I think we'll come back from that. So.
What was your biggest takeaway from those games?
I would say just that we could stay together. We never really got down on each other, and I think that just showed how strong we are as a team.
Now, this is your second year on the varsity team. What was your approach coming into this season?
I really saw it as just like a big year for me, as I didn't really get to play a lot last year, and so I just really wanted to lead the team and get all the younger girls up and just play good basketball.
You've had to overcome some adversity in your career. You recently tore your ACL. What was that experience like as you went through recovery, not being able to be out on the court?
It's a very hard experience, but I think I learned a lot from it. I got to observe and I learned many new things, and I also got to make still good relationships and be on the team, and I think it just showed good perseverance, and I overall just learned a lot still.
How did it happen exactly?
On a layup, literally no contact. I was just going up for a layup, and I just landed on my knee wrong and tore it.
What was going through your mind at that moment?
It was very scary moments because I've been through it once before, but I knew I just had to keep my head up and stay positive for my team because they were still playing a full game because it happened early, so just tried to keep my head up.
Was it the same ACL?
Yes, it was, yeah.
So what was the recovery process like for you?
The first time around, it was 6 months recovery, and then because it was my same knee and they had to go in twice, it was more like 9 months, and it was just a little slower and had to really gain a lot of the muscles around my knee back. So,
having done this twice now as a junior, do you ever get concerns when you're out on the court that this could happen again?
Sure, there's definitely many mental blocks that come through it, but I just have to tell myself that I'm strong now. I did lots of PT, lots of lifting. So sure, there's definitely some worries before the games, but you just have to stay positive with it.
Now, this is your only sport. You are pretty much dialed in basketball. You used to play some soccer and ran some track back in the day, but you are all about the hardwood. How old were you when you first started playing basketball?
I didn't start playing until 6th grade, middle school. I played all throughout 6th grade. I played on my first AAU team then, and I've just been playing ever since.
So 6th grade. So what took you so long to discover basketball?
I don't really know. I never really got into it early with like AAU and all that because I was playing soccer for so long. And that was my main sport. And then I figured why not try it in middle school. And so then I just loved it ever since. I mean, I was playing soccer for most of my time. And so I never really thought I would get into anything else. And then middle school came around and I decided why not play. So I just picked it up then.
What was it like in those early years when you were first discovering how to play the game and learning the fundamentals?
It was definitely hard. It was a hard thing to pick up as a lot of people in middle school had been playing before I had, but I learned I could use some of the aspects even from soccer to play basketball, and then once I got the fundamentals down, it was like.
As you were first starting to play, what did you discover about the sport that you really liked?
I think I just liked how fast the game was. I mean, I'm not a fan of slower stuff, but the game is so fast and there's only 5 people out there and there's just a lot you can do with it.
Who was your biggest influence as you were coming up in basketball?
Probably just my parents. My mom played basketball in high school, so she taught me a lot. And then a couple of obviously my first middle school coach really helped me a lot, and he still comes watch me play. So
you had your mom as your biggest influence. So how did you guys take up the game together? Was it games in the backyard, driveways, something along those lines?
Yeah, we have a basketball court on our driveway, and so we used to play a lot of shooting games, and it became a competition for me to beat her because she's a really good three-point shooter, and so we just came from that.
What were those nights like? How often did you guys play outside, and how late did those games go?
Sometimes they went for a while. I would want to keep playing a lot. My mom is a very competitive person, so am I, so sometimes they went pretty late, but they helped for sure.
And you guys still keep up that competition between the two of you?
Yeah, I've definitely gotten better. I've been winning more, so yeah, but sometimes, yes.
Now, is there any trash talking that goes on between you and Mom?
A little bit, yeah. If she makes a shot or I make a shot, yes, there definitely is a little bit, yeah.
So these last couple of years here at Lake Orion, they have been some of the most successful that Lake Orion has had in a very long time. What's it been like for you to be a part of that, even though you were going through recovering from an injury and kind of seeing things unfold?
It was a really special thing. I mean, the district championship we won last year and regionals, we went pretty far. It was just a really great thing to be a part of. Even if I wasn't playing, our team was so together and it was just a great thing to experience.
Yeah, so now you're kind of one of the leaders, one of the people that knows what it takes to get a district championship. What's it been like for you to kind of step into that role?
I mean, it's a big role to step into. I mean, we're a completely different team this year and we have a lot of younger kids, but I like to took on the challenge and helped all the younger kids, try to make good relationships with them and then just teach them what I know.
What's it like to kind of be the mentor for some of those younger players that are coming up?
It's really fun, actually. I mean, I like to teach them what I know and like even talking about last year, and I just hope they have someone to look up to just like I looked up to the seniors last year.
Yeah, you can kind of see the youth and inexperience at times with this ball club, but with that responsibility of being one of the people that they look up to, what's it like to know that you're kind of a leader for them?
I would say it's good to know that I'm a leader for them. I like to be there for them and to help them, and yeah.
How good can this team be as you guys continue to learn from this season and some of the things you've already experienced?
We can be really good. I mean, I think this game showed we were down 6 and we came back and just everyone came together. We learned how to win, and I think if we continue that, we could definitely get back at some of the other teams in the red this year that we lost to. So,
what will it take to get back to the district finals for this team?
A lot of hard work, a lot of effort at practice. We're always talking about how we need to give 100% effort, play hard on each other in practice, and it'll just make sure that everyone's prepared and ready to go for games.
What is it like for you to be a part of this team and to represent the community of Lake Orion?
It's really important to me. It's a big thing for me, and I really love every second of it, being out there and playing, and just the relationships I have with my team. It's just a really special thing.
Let's say, for instance, I give you the opportunity to write the script for the perfect ending for this season. What would it be?
Definitely beating the rest of the teams in the red on the way and winning a back-to-back district championship.
What song gets Izzy fired up to take the court? You'll find that out up next.
You're listening to the best local sports podcast in Michigan, and that's a Duff Said.
If it's pizza night, Sheldon Street Pizza has got you covered. Sheldon's pizzas are always made fresh when you order them, and the readers of the Lake Orion Review have voted Sheldon's breadsticks as the best in Lake Orion. Stop by Sheldon Street Pizza at 3767 South Baldwin Road in Orion Township, or you can order online by visiting sheldonstreetpizza.com. Don't forget to try one of Sheldon's salads with his special blend of homemade salad dressings. He's also got some pretty tasty desserts as well. Sheldon Street Pizza. More than just pizza. It's the official pizza of a Duff Said. What is your hype song?
It's I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas.
When did you first discover that song, and what is it about that song that gets you jazzed up before a game?
It's a funny story, actually. It's, again, my mom. 2 years ago, AAU season, she started playing it because it was just a fun song, and when we drive to games, she'd sing to it and dance to it, and like I would pretend to be annoyed about it as she would like try to pump us up. But now every time I drive myself to games, I listen to that song, and it's just really been a pump-up song for me.
What is your favorite subject here at Lake Orion?
Probably ELA. I'd say that's something I say. Definitely ELA. I've been taking a couple APs and stuff, so writing and reading, yeah.
What do you like most about writing and reading?
I think reading has been something that I've liked for a while, and then writing something I've always needed to work on, and so as I've gotten better throughout, I've really just enjoyed it a lot more. So.
Do you have a favorite book?
Not off the top of my head, no, I don't.
And as far as writing goes, is that something you would like to pursue yourself? Maybe write your own book someday?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe in like future careers, like something involved with writing, like I'd definitely be open to it, yeah.
Who is the best teacher at Lake Orion High School, in your opinion?
In my opinion, Miss D I have her for 2 classes right now. She's like a lot of the marketing, like school store, and she's like really involved in a lot of the other stuff that goes on in the community. So I look up to her as a person because she's always trying to look for good in the world. Like she's always making cards for senior citizens and like things like that. So probably Miss D, yeah.
What's it like to have her for a role model?
It's good. I mean, I have her for 2 of my classes right now, so I'm with her for a majority of the day, and I just learn a lot from her every day. So.
What are those conversations between the two of you like?
They're just always very positive. She's always just talking, and she's always trying to help me with different things. Like if I ask a question, she's very open to new ideas, and just it's a very positive person.
Where is the best place in Lake Orion to go out to eat?
The only one Sage Rush is the only one I can think of right now, but I really do like Sage Rush, their Mexican food, the environment there, so probably Sage Rush.
All right, we are almost into spring, and of course that means the end of the basketball season. So what is your favorite season out of the 4 seasons? Because we usually experience at least 3 of them in a day here in Michigan, so which one's the best?
I'd have to go summer, just the warm weather, and then I also play summer AAU, and I really like that. I get to go to a lot of different places and play, so probably summer.
You know, obviously basketball is a year-round thing for you, but if you get some time off in the summer, what are some of your favorite activities, or what are some things that you like to do during the summer?
Just being outside. I mean, I like to fish, I like to golf, just swim, like just hang out with my friends outside.
And that's a wrap on this edition of A Duff Said. Many thanks once again to Izzy Wotlinski and the Lake Orion girls basketball team for being a part of this week's show. If you would like to hear previous episodes about the Lake Orion girls basketball team or any other Lake Orion sports that we have highlighted over the years here on A Duff Said, then all you have to do is head over to my website, aduffsaid.com. If you would like to get an instant alert anytime that a new episode of A Duff Said drops, all you have to do is become a subscriber. Head over to Podbean, Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also keep up to date on this podcast by going over to my Facebook page, sports journalist Duff Tyler. You can also follow me on Twitter/X. Just look for my handle, @DuffTyler. Our announcer this week was fellow podcaster and sports anchor Ryan Slocum. Want to keep up to date on the road to WrestleMania? Then check out Ryan's podcast, The Job Guys. You can follow along by going to his YouTube page. Just look him up at Ryan Slocum. All other announcements are done by Steve Gale, the best high school sports public address announcer in the state of Michigan. As for myself, I'm Duff Tyler, reminding you that if Duff said it, it must be true, because that's what a Duff said.
Thanks for listening, folks. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.